well. And up and down the lineup, I like what we got, and really not any weak links in there.
Always comes down to pitching, Coach. You got a couple of veterans out there and some new faces that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, we got James Velasquez back, who had just an outstanding year last year, and had a little rough outing yesterday, but ended up getting us 5 strong innings in the end and kept us in the game after giving up 7 in the first, and we came back and won that one. And then we got Miller going tonight, crafty lefty. He's just been dominant this spring so far, and hopefully he gets us back on a winning streak this morning.
All right, talking about the ball games yesterday, splitting a couple of games with this Waldorf team. You gave up 7 runs in the first ball game with Velasquez out there. Talk about his outing right off the bat.
Well, we didn't help him out defensively for sure. He should have been out of the first inning with maybe 3 or 4 runs, but again, they did get 7. But guys battled. That's one thing about these guys; they don't give up, they don't quit, and they battled back 3 and 4 there, and then a few in the 6th, and came out 8-7. So. Had good bullpen relief to help us out, and second game we just couldn't put together a string of hits to get us on over the bump. So hopefully we can do that today and be more consistent at the plate.
Waldorf, a team looks like is a team that can put the ball in play. They had some hits yesterday.
They swing the bat, no doubt. And then the left-hander they pitched second game, we couldn't adjust and get anything off of him. So again, it's all about adjustments with our hitting. I'm happy with our pitchers are doing so far this weekend, and hopefully we can carry that over today.
Talk about the 2 guys we'll see on the mound today.
Miller, he's, like I said, doesn't throw very hard, but he spots the ball up well with all 3 pitches. Very smart pitcher, probably the smartest one we have in the ball club. And then Alex Wilson, freshman, going game 2. Good mix of fastball, slider change. He's pitched well for us so far this year, and it's nice to have a freshman on the mound that you can rely on.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You've been listening to In the Dugout, brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, located at 2800 Osborne Drive East in Hastings. Stay tuned. Hastings College Play-by-Play is up next on your exclusive home for Broncos sports, Extreme Sports.
Freshen up your home with vibrant flowers this spring. From colorful spring silks, spring-scented candles, to seasonal home decor bunnies. Come shop 20% off savings March 17th through March 22nd for our spring open house. Hours for our sale are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Located at 2618 West 2nd in Hastings, serving Hastings since 1955.
Hastings College Baseball is brought to you by the Family Medical Center of Hastings, your family's home for healthcare. By Bob Sass Flowers, 2618 West 2nd, serving Hastings since 1955. By Tom Dinsdale Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, located at 2800 Osborne Drive East in Hastings. By Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill, enjoy great food, good service, and a warm, friendly atmosphere at 2017 West 2nd. By Ruts Heating and Air, your York Midwest dealer in Hastings and Kearney. By Industrial Irrigation, reliable horsepower since 1955. By Bosselman Energy, a fuel supplier and distributor offering gas, diesel, aviation fuel, biodiesel, ethanol, and propane. By the Livingston Butler Vullen Funeral Home and Cremation Center of Hastings. By Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. By Highland Dairy. And by Teammates of Nebraska.
Again, good afternoon and welcome to Duncan Field here in Hastings. We've got Hastings College baseball here today on Extreme Sports as the Broncos are playing Waldorf, the Warriors, out of Forest City, Iowa. We are underway here in game number 1. Marcus Miller on the mound for the Broncos. He struck out the first guy that he faced here in Riley Rauch. Cameron Radoni has received a base on ball. So this is the third batter of the first inning Again, as in the past, playing 7 innings in the first game. We'll play 9 innings in the second half of the doubleheader today at Duncan. So 41 degrees at game time here today. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful blue skies above Duncan Field as we begin our 2025 coverage of Hastings College baseball here on Extreme Sports. The winds will be blowing out of the south at about 10 miles per hour today. Much gustier yesterday with winds gusting to 35 to 40 miles per hour for the first game between these two teams. There's a ball hit to the outfield. It's going to be in there for a base hit as it falls right in front of the center fielder for Hastings, Jaden Stone. So Lucas Romero is going to reach base with a single to center field. That moves the base runner Rendoni along to second base. These two teams playing yesterday. Hastings coming back to win the first half of the doubleheader yesterday by a score of 9-8. And it was Waldorf winning the nightcap by a score of 9-1. A team that can put the ball in play. They've got some good hitters up and down the lineup as they smack that ball past the second baseman for Hastings into right field, around the bag at third. And coming home is going to be Rendoni. Sliding into third base on the play is going to be Romero. And a RBI single there for Seth Mifflin for Waldorf, the number 4 man in the batting order. So bam, just like that, we've got ourselves a 1-0 ball game. 4 batters into the first inning here. Hastings had a terrible first inning yesterday in the first game. They gave up 7 runs to Waldorf. Came back to win that ball game though by the score of 9-8. And Waldorf jumps on the Broncos early. Here is Tyler Watolka coming to the plate next, the big left-handed hitter. He stands in there, and he's going to take a pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to Tyler Waitolka. He's got a batting average of .260 on the season. He had a home run yesterday against the wind here at Duncan Field over the right field fence. So obviously he's got some power. Again, he's got a batting average of .260 on the season with a couple of home runs, including one yesterday here at Duncan Field. Doesn't happen often here in this ballpark. Again, to refamiliarize yourself with Duncan, 370 down the left field line, 367 down the right field line, 405 to the power alleys here at the yard, and 408 to a straightaway center field. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes to the number 5 hitter in the batting order for the Warriors of Waldorf. There's a pitch that's going to be outside for a ball, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Marcus Miller is on the mound for the Broncos here in game number 1. Behind the plate, you've got Jared Delgado. We'll get to the rest of the starters here right after this pitch from Marcus Miller as he comes set. Ball is going to be fouled away. Runner is going on the pitch at first base, so he'll go back. Third base will be at Ben Rector today. Across the diamond at first base, Elijah Merritt. Aliscar Descartes will be your second baseman, and Rodick Crosley will be your shortstop for Hastings. Mason Bowser out in left field. Jaden Stone out in center. Tristan Martinez will be out in right field. There's a ball hit towards short, backhanded there. On his knees, throwing to second base, or throwing to first base, not in time, but another run's going to come in and score. That's going to be scored a base hit there for Tyler Waitolka. A bouncer to the shortstop there. Crosley grabbed it. He backhands it over there, down to his knees. He throws it over to first base. That was not in time to catch Waitolka. And now another run comes in to score to make it a 2-0 ball game. 2-0. The Warriors jump on the Broncos early here in this one. Runners are on at first and second base, and now Adius Smith, the right fielder, coming to the plate next for Waldorf. He's got a .206 batting average. Only 1 man out for Waldorf here in the first inning of play. Again, thanks for joining us here on Extreme Sports and the Extreme Sports Broadcasting Network here today, wherever you are. Hope you're enjoying the day, and it's going to be a great day for baseball out here at Duncan Field. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. Now 1 ball and 1 strike to Smith. The number 7 hitter in Brendan McElvey will be your next scheduled hitter. He's in the on-deck circle down here for Waldorf. The Warriors in their white bottoms here today and their purple tops, and there's a pitch that hits Smith. So the bases are going to be loaded here. Mifflin runs down to third base. Waitolka is going to be at second base, and down there at first will be Smith. And now Brendan McElvey comes to the plate next. He's the designated hitter. He's a left-handed hitter as well. 243 is his batting average on the season as he comes to the plate. Leads the team in doubles with 4. He's got 5 RBIs so far this year. He's got 9 base hits and 37 trips to the plate. So McElvey takes a swipe of the first pitch there from Marcus Miller and fouls it away here on the first base side. Waldorf is going to be over here in the first base dugout here today. Hastings across the way in the third base dugout. Broncos in their black tops here this afternoon with their white bottoms. Here comes the next pitch by Marcus Miller. It's going to be outside for a ball. So Marcus running into some problems here in the first inning. Marcus Miller, long-standing Hastings pitcher. Played, of course, his high school and Legion ball here at Hastings. There's the ball that's going to be hit to left field. That's going to be a base hit. Brings home another run, and it's now a 3-0 ball game as McElvey is going to get a base hit, an RBI single here in the first inning. That drives home Seth Mifflin from third base. 3-0 is the score. Waldorf has got the lead over Hastings. Bases are still loaded. Only one man out here in the inning. And Isaiah Martin is the next guy to come to the plate. The 8th man to come to the plate here in the first inning for the Warriors. A team that is 5-12 on the season. 1-1 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Hastings College coming in 3-12. They are 1-1 in conference play. Isaiah Martin fouls away the first pitch into the parking lot. 0-1 here to the number 8 hitter in the batting order for the Waldorf Warriors. Next pitch is going to be way outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Isaiah Martin, a right-handed hitter here for the Warriors of Waldorf. As he stands there waiting for the pitch here from Marcus Miller. Martin swings and misses on the next pitch, and now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Isaiah Martin here in the first inning of play. Hastings will play him pretty much straight away out there with the winds blowing out of the south today at about 10 miles per hour, blowing toward the left field corner. Now Martin backs out of the batter's box. Isaiah Martin, the catcher here for Waldorf. There's a big swing and a miss there, and he goes down to one knee as he exits the batting box. Second strikeout of the ball game now for Marcus Miller, but Marcus has allowed 3 base hits here in this opening inning of play. And now Mason Smith, the shortstop, coming up there next. He's the 9th man to come to the plate here for Waldorf. Smith, a .260 batting average. He's got 13 base hits and 50 trips to the plate. And the pitch by Marcus Miller is going to be in there for a strike. Mason Smith, 5 runs scored, 13 base hits. He's got a couple of doubles, 9 RBIs so far this year. He hits that ball back up toward the middle here, and it's going to be grabbed by the second baseman, and he flips it to second base to record the force out, and the inning is going to be over. But, wow, 9 guys come to the plate here for Waldorf in the first inning. They score 3 runs on 3 base hits, no errors on Hastings, and 3 runners left on base. Half an inning in the books here this afternoon. Hastings College baseball and Extreme Sports. The score: Waldorf 3, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
Mike Well back here, Duncan Field and Hastings. Hastings College baseball for you here today on Extreme Sports. The Broncos trailing in the ball game by a score of 3-0. Batting order for the Broncos here in the bottom half of the first inning. Jaden Stone, the center fielder, will lead off. Ben Richter, the third baseman, batting second. Jared Delgado, the catcher, batting third. Eddie Henchak, the designated hitter, the transfer from Emporia State. He'll bat in the number 4 spot. Elijah Merritt will be the first baseman, batting fifth. Tristan Martinez, the right fielder, batting sixth. Mason Mauser, the left fielder, batting seventh. Alistair DeCartis, the second baseman, batting eighth. And Ronnie Crosley, the shortstop, he'll bat ninth in the lineup here for Hastings. Ben Dornsief is going to be the starting pitcher here for the Warriors of Waldorf. He is 1-1 in the season. ERA is sitting at 4.50. He's thrown 20 innings for the Warriors this year, giving up 17 hits and 14 runs. 10 of those earned, 8 base on balls, and 9 strikeouts. So Jaden Stone will lead things off here for the Broncos at .314 batting average for Stone. He's the center fielder here for the Broncos. He'll bat from the left-hand side, and the first pitch to him is going to be in there for a strike. Stone leads the team in at-bats with 51. Leads the team in base hits as well, 16 out of 51 for Jaden Stone at the plate. He's got 5 doubles. He's got a triple, a home run, and 7 RBIs so far this year, 26 total bases, 9 base on balls, and 8 strikeouts. Good guy to get on the base pads, too. He leads the team in stolen bases with 5. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter here for the Broncos in Jaden Stone. Bottom half of the first inning, Waldorf has got the lead 3-0 over Hastings. Stone stands in there. The next pitch is going to be swung on, hit to the right side. That sneaks through there in the right field for a base hit. So Jaden Stone leads off the Hastings half of the first inning with a base hit right by the first baseman, Tyler Waitalka. Smith picks it up in the right field to get her back to the infield, and now Ben Richter will come to the plate next. Richter is the third baseman. He's still looking for his first base hit of the season. As Richter will come up here, he is 0 for 6 at the plate to begin the year, getting a chance at third base here in game number 1 for the Broncos. For new head coach Steve Maddock. There's a bunt laid down, fielded by the pitcher. He underhands it over the first base, and the sacrifice is going to work. As Richter is retired from pitcher to first base, Jaden Stone will move along to a second base on the play. Jared Delgado is going to come to the plate next for Hastings. Delgado is the catcher this year. His batting average is sitting at .293 on the season. He has got 12 base hits and 41 trips to the plate. Delgado with a home run this year and 4 RBIs. He's walked 7 times, and he leads the team in strikeouts with 11. First pitch to him is going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes here to Jared Delgado. 1 bat out for the Broncos here in the bottom half of the first inning. Hastings trailing in the ball game to Waldorf. The score is 3-0. Right-handed pitcher on the mound today for the Warriors, as the next pitch is going to be fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Jared Delgado. Cameron Rendoni is your third baseman for Waldorf. Mason Smith is your shortstop. Riley Rauch will be your second baseman, and Tyler Waitalka will be your first baseman. Isaiah Martin is behind the plate with Ben Dornsief, the pitcher for the Warriors here in game number 1. Next pitch is a high fastball and a swing and a miss there by Jared Delgado. Out of the outfield for the Warriors, they've got Seth Mifflin out in left field. Lucas Romero is out in center field, and Adias Smith is your right fielder. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Jared Delgado. The next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The runner at second base for Hastings is Jaden Stone. 3-0 is the score. Waldorf with the lead over Hastings. This is the 7-inning ball game here today. The second game will go 9 innings. Scheduled to start at 2:30 this afternoon if we stay on time. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we move from the hardwood with the Hastings College women's basketball team winning in the first and second round of the NAIA National Tournament the past 2 days. They'll head to Sioux City next week for the round of 16. And now we've got baseball action here today from Duncan Field. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. And Jared Delgado goes down, a strikeout victim here in inning number 1. So now there's 2 men out for the Broncos here in the first inning. Eddie Henchak coming to the plate next. He is the designated hitter. He's the transfer from Emporia State. Off to a good start here for the Broncos. Big Talk as he steps in there from the right-hand side and will swing and miss on the first pitch here. He's got a batting average of .313 on the season. He's got 10 base hits and 32 trips to the plate, a double, a triple, 6 RBIs so far this year with 3 base on balls and 8 strikeouts. Here comes the next pitch to him, a fastball inside. It is going to miss. And the count is sitting at 1 ball and 1 strike now to Eddie Henchak. Elijah Merritt, the first baseman, is due up there next for the Broncos, swinging the bat in the on-deck circle. And Hastings in their white bottoms and their black tops here this afternoon. There's a swing and a pop-up here. It's going to stay in the infield. Calling for it, your first baseman over here in foul territory. And he dropped the ball. He drops the ball. Tyler Waitalka looked like he had a play in the ball. I don't know if he lost it in the sun or what. Bright sunshiny skies, but that should have been an easy play over here in the foul territory, but he drops the ball. So Eddie Henchak comes back and grabs the club here for the Broncos in the right-hand batter's box. Behind the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 the count with Jaden Stone down there at second base for the Broncos. Ben Dornsief, the pitcher here for the Warriors of Waldorf, will throw one to the plate, and that one is going to be popped up as well. And who's calling for it? It's going to be the second baseman, Rauch, and he's going to make the catch, and the inning is over as Eddie Henchak is going to fly out to the second baseman, Riley Rauch, and the inning is over for Hastings. No runs on a base hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the second inning of play with a score of Waldorf 3, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
You are listening to Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports.
Mike Well back here, Duncan Field and Hastings. We've got Bronco Baseball on the air today here on Extreme Sports. Waldorf with 3 runs in the top half of the first inning, and they've got the lead over Hastings. The score is 3-0. Waldorf batted around in the first inning. 3 runs with 3 base hits. Now we're back to the top of the order again, and Riley Rauch will start off the second inning here at the top of the order. He struck out his first time up there. Hastings and Waldorf here this afternoon at Duncan Field. The only other games going on today in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, you've got Mount Marty. They're playing a couple of games today in Crete against Doane University. There's a pitch there by Marcus Miller. It's going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 to Riley Rauch. Women's college basketball today. They're finishing up the series down in Langston after it was postponed earlier in the week because of the wildfires down around Langston. So they played their first round games on Saturday. They're playing their championship game today as the ball is going to be hit to a shortstop, picked up there, and the throw to first base is going to be in time. So talking about that Langston series, they'll play their finals today. Dakota Wesleyan, the Great Plains Athletic Conference, playing Langston today with hopes of maybe qualifying for the tournament up in Sioux City. Dakota Wesleyan and Langston scheduled to go at about 3:30 this afternoon down in Langston. So there's one man out here. Here's the next ball. It's going to be hit in the air out toward right field. It's going to be grabbed there by Tristan Martinez. Cameron Rendoni will fly out to right field here. So 2 up, 2 down here for the Warriors in inning number 2. Lucas Romero is going to come to the plate next. Romero had a single in the first inning and came around to score one of the 3 runs for the Warriors. And the pitch to him is going to be hit to short, bouncing ball. It's scooped up there. The throw over the first base is low, but dug off of the turf here by Elijah Barrett to record the out. So a quick 1-2-3 inning there for the Warriors here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The score, it is a Waldorf 3, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammered deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone!
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great! Let's be great!
We are Extreme Sports.
All right, back here at Duncan Field is a 3-0 ball game. Waldorf with a lead in the first half of the doubleheader here today against Hastings College. The Broncos sent 4 guys to the plate in inning number 1. So we'll get down here to Elijah Merritt to lead off the second inning. Merritt is the first baseman. His batting average is sitting at .294 on the season. He takes a swipe there and a swing and a miss. He fouls it away. Just got a little piece of that one. Elijah Merritt, .293 batting average. He's got 10 base hits and 34 trips to the plate, 5 runs scored. He's got 3 doubles, a triple, and a home run so far this year with 10 RBIs. Merritt has walked 6 times and he has struck out 10 times. 3-0 is the score. Waldorf has got the lead. Elijah Merritt, and we'll see Tristan Martinez and Mason Mauser coming to the plate here for the Broncos in inning number 2. There's the ball. It's going to be hit deep into left field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Over toward the foul line on his way to second base is going to be Merritt, and he stand-up double there for Elijah Merritt. He is that one out toward left field, right toward the line. And over there was the left fielder in Mifflin, but he couldn't quite catch up to the ball as that one rolls out toward the fence to the wall at 370 feet away. So the Broncos have a base runner at the second base as Elijah Merritt leads off this second inning with a double to left field. And now Tristan Martinez will come to the plate next. Martinez with a batting average of .182 on the season for Hastings. 8 base hits in 12 trips to the plate. Actually, 8 trips in 44 trips to the plate. He's going to take a strike here, 0-1. Tristan Martinez, he's got a home run for the Broncos. 3 RBIs for Martinez. Couple of base on balls, and he has struck out 7 times in the first 15 games of the season. Martinez takes a whack at that one, and that ball is going to be hit out toward the right center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. The center fielder Romero cannot catch up with it, and back-to-back doubles here for the Broncos as Tristan Martinez will pull up at second base, and now the Broncos have runners on at second and third. Merritt kind of had to hold up there at second base to see if that ball was going to be caught. It was out in the gap. Romero was giving chase to center fielder, but he couldn't get there. He picks it up on the hop, and now the Broncos have something brewing here in the second inning. They got runners on at second and third base. Nobody out. Mason Mauser coming to the plate next for the Broncos. He is a left fielder, a .286 batting average for Hastings. So Mauser comes to the plate with runners on in scoring position at second and third. And the first pitch to him is going to be inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Mauser. He has got 8 base hits and 28 trips to the plate so far this year. 3 doubles, and he's got a home run. Not too shabby there with his 8 base hits As the ball is going to hit toward third, it's going to be a knockdown there, and the throw over the first base is going to be in time. Just in the nick of time over there at the first base. Or did he get on there? No, he was safe over there at first base. All right, the base umpire, he says he's safe over there at first, and now the Broncos with the bases loaded here in the second inning of play. Merritt is on at third. Martinez is on at second. Mason Mauser is on at first base. And now Alistair Descartes comes to the plate next for Hastings. He is the second baseman. He's got a batting average of .359 on the season. In fact, that is the best on the team. He's got, 14 base hits and 39 trips to the plate. A double, a triple, a home run, and a team-leading 11 RBIs on the season for Descartes. As he comes to the plate here, the number 8 guy in the batting order. There's a high fastball and a swing and a foul tap right back into the glove of the catcher Isaiah Martin. The count is sitting at 1-1 now. Nobody out for Hastings. Golden opportunity here in the second inning of play after giving up 3 runs in the first inning. Hastings is trailing 3-0 here in this ball game. Hastings looking to fight back here in the second with the bases loaded and nobody out. Next pitch to Alistair is going to be outside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded up here in the second inning of play. Dornsief looking to get out of the inning here for a Waldorf with minimal damage done. He throws a strike there, and now the count is even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got the temp sitting at 41 degrees at game time here today with just a south breeze at about 10 miles per hour. Expected to get into the 50s today, much better than we had yesterday for games 1 and 2 of this series. There's a ball hit to the left side, going to be grabbed at the third base. They throw it to home for 1 out, and that's all they're going to get as they chop down the lead run there. Merritt is throwing out at the plate. Descartes is going to get aboard with the fielder's choice, but 1 out now. As Brandoni makes the play at third base, an easy put out at the plate here. The catcher Elijah Merritt. And now Ronnie Crosley coming to the plate next for Hastings, another right-handed hitter. He is the shortstop for the Broncos, and he pops this one up here in the infield, and it's going to be grabbed there by the pitcher, and then he drops the ball. That's the second drop we have seen today, and that's going to allow a run to come in to score. That's going to be an E1 right there. That should have been an easy out there. I don't know if they're having problems with the sun or what, but he drops that ball there. A run is going to come in to score for Hastings. Check that Martinez is at third base now for the Broncos. It is still a... no, he came home. It's 3-1 now in favor of the Warriors. Coming to the plate next for Hastings will be Jaden Stone. Jaden Stone, he had a single his first time up there. 1-0 now the count to Jaden Stone. So it's a 3-1 ball game. Hastings is now trailing here in the second inning of play. Stone steps in there from the left-hand side. He had his single to lead off the ball game here for the Broncos. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. Now the catcher Martin is going to go out and have a couple of words with his pitcher here. So the Broncos getting at least 1 run on the board here in the second inning. They're looking for more. There's only 1 man out here in the contest as the conversation continues out on the mound. Jaden Stone again is your batter here for Hastings. Brief little conference is over as Martin will come back, take his position behind the plate here. Hastings College baseball for you here this afternoon on Extreme Sports. Games 3 and 4 of this doubleheader between the Broncos and the Waldorf Warriors. The team coming in here out of Forest City, Iowa. Here comes the next pitch. It's going to be a fastball. It's going to hit the inside corner for a strike. And the count down to a Jaden Stone is sitting at 2 balls and 1 strike. Stone is the leadoff hitter in the batting order here for the Broncos. That means Ben Richter is standing in the on-deck circle here for HC. Here comes the next pitch, swung on, And a foul tap over here on the first base side. It goes rolling over toward the Waldorf dugout. And the count is sitting at 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Jaden Stone. Stone with a .314 batting average, 16 base hits, 51 trips to the plate. He's got 5 doubles, a triple, a home run, 7 RBIs. So far this year, he leads the team in total bases with 26, 9 base on balls, and he's got 8 strikeouts. Bases are juiced here for Hastings in inning number 2. Stone swipes it that one and fouls it away back at us out of play. Protects the plate with 2 strikes, and it's 2-2 now to Jaden Stone. Ben Dornsief is the pitcher here for Waldorf here in this ball game. He's 1-1 in the season, 4.50 is his ERA. Stone is going to foul away the next pitch on the third base side. And the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Jaden Stone. Outfield playing at a regular depth here for Waldorf. In the big yard here at Duncan Field with Mifflin, Romero, and Smith out in the outfield from left to right. Next pitch to Stone is going to be inside for a ball. Scooped off with a carpet there by Isaiah Martin, the catcher. Runners stay put. They're loaded up here in the second inning, and now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 the count to Jaden Stone. Only 1 man out here in the second inning of play. No place to put Stone. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. He walks home a run. Stone gets a base on balls to drive home a run, and the Broncos are now within a run here in the second inning. 3-2 is the score. Ben Richter is going to come to the plate next for Hastings. So Stone gets aboard for the Broncos. It's now a 3-2 ball game as Ben Richter will come to the plate next. And here comes the pitch to him. It's going to be outside for a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. 1-0 the count to Ben Richter. He laid down his sacrifice his first time up there. He's still looking for his first base hit of the season. Bases are loaded here in this second inning of play as he takes a strike here. And the count is sitting at 1 ball and 1 strike. From Duncan Field here this afternoon with Hastings College baseball. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Waldorf has got the lead. Waldorf jumped on the Broncos early with 3 runs in the first inning. Hastings has come back with a couple of runs here, and that one may have hit him. It did. So Ben Richter is going to get aboard on a hit batter, and that's going to drive home another run for the Broncos. And just like that, 3 runs here in the second inning. That is going to tie up the ball game now at 3 runs apiece. And now we're going to have a trip to the mound here by the hitman for Waldorf. So the Broncos score here in this second inning. We've got 3 runs in. It's now a 3-3 ball game. As Ben Richter is hit by a pitch, Stone moves down to a second base on the play. Rosley is on at third base. So the conference continues on the mound here. Hastings 3 and Waldorf 3. A brief conference as he makes his way back to the first base dugout. Now Jared Delgado is going to come to the plate next. Delgado is the pitcher. He struck out his first time up there. Delgado with a batting average of .293 on the season. Delgado's got 12 base hits in 41 trips to the plate. 3 doubles, a home run, 4 RBIs. Leads the team in strikeouts, though, with 11. He's got 7 base on balls. Bases are still loaded for the Broncos here in the second inning, and only 1 man out. Hastings has come back to tie the score at 3 runs apiece here in the second inning. Next pitch to Delgado, swung on and missed there. And the count is sitting at 1 ball and 1 strike now to the catcher for the Broncos. Eddie Henchak, the designated hitter, is due up there next. Hastings sitting at 3-12 on the season, 1-1 now in the conference after splitting 2 games with these Warriors yesterday. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. Now Delgado is looking at a count of 1 ball and the 2 strikes. 1-2 the count to Jared Delgado here in the second inning. Next pitch is going to be swung on and missed. The catcher drops that third strike, so Delgado swings and misses. Strikes out in the ball game for the second time here. Bases are loaded, so he couldn't take first base. The catcher dropped that third strike. Normally, if the base pads were open there at first base, he'd try to head down there and beat out the throw, but first base was occupied here, so it goes down as a strikeout. That's going to be the second out of the second inning here. So 2 men out, and the 9th man to come to the plate for the Broncos in this inning is going to be Eddie Henchuk, the designated hitter. He popped one to his second base his first time up there. Batting average of .313 on the season. Here comes the pitch to him. It's going to be hit toward short. He goes over and touches the bag as Smith goes over and touches the bag to end the inning here for the Broncos in the second. But Hastings bats around. We score 3 runs in the inning. 3 runs on a couple of base hits, an error on Waldorf, and 3 runners left on base. We go to the third inning with a score, Hastings 3 and Waldorf 3. You're listening to Hastings College Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years, becoming more than just another bar and grill. It's a Hastings institution. Don't miss Wing Night every Wednesday, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for roasted chicken. Fridays, enjoy the prime rib and seafood buffet. Then savor Bullseye's world-famous prime rib on Saturday. On Sundays, indulge in the brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For over a quarter century, Bullseye's has been the go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Visit Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd and Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
All right, back here at Duncan Field is a 3-3 ball game. Hastings and the Warriors out of Waldorf here today. Action from the Great Plains Athletic Conference for this Sunday as we head to the top of the third inning. This will be a 7-inning ball game between Hastings and Waldorf here in game number 1. The second game today will go 9 innings. Seth Mifflin will come up there for Waldorf to begin the third inning. It's going to be 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order. Mifflin, Waltolka, and Smith scheduled up here for Waldorf as Marcus Miller continues to throw out there for Hastings College. Mike Will along with Marcus Metcalf here for game number 1, the doubleheader between the Warriors and the Broncos, as the next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. And it is now 1 ball and 1 strike. You jump in the 40s here today at Duncan Field. A very enjoyable day at Duncan Field. Next pitch is swung on and missed. And so 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. This is the number 4 man in the batting order here for the Warriors in this ball game. Next pitch is going to be swung on and foul tap toward the third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Mifflin yesterday in the doubleheader for the Warriors was 3 out of 5 from the plate with a run scored, a couple of RBIs, and 2 strikeouts. A count to him here is at 1 ball and 2 strikes. It'll be Mifflin, Waitolka, and Smith coming up here. One of those guys get aboard. Brendan McElvey will come to the plate. If you're just joining us, Waldorf jumped on Marcus Miller early. They scored 3 runs in the first inning, but they went down in order in the second. Hastings, no runs in the first inning. They scored 3 in the second. So we're sitting at 3-3 here in the top half of the third inning. The count here to Seth Mifflin is sitting at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a swing and a miss. The catcher drops the third strike, but he throws it down to first base to record the strikeout, to complete the strikeout. Strikeout number 2 in the ball game officially for Marcus Miller. And Tyler Waitolka will come to the plate next. Wetonka got on base in the first inning. Had an RBI single. Wetonka with a batting average of .260 on the season. Yesterday, he was 3 out of 6 from the plate. 5 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and 2 walks. He's the guy that hit a home run out of here yesterday against the wind, the right field here at Duncan. So a poke at 367-plus feet away against the wind here at Duncan Field. So Tyler Wetonka, the big, tall, left-handed hitter here, showed some power yesterday, but he pops this one up. Should be an easy play for Marcus, and he grabs the ball. Marcus Miller records the out here for the Broncos, as that one is popped back to the pitcher. So now Hastings is retired their last, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys that they have faced here in the ball game. And Adius Smith will come to the plate next. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning here today. Batting average of .206 on the season. Stands in there from the right-hand side. And the pitch to him is on the ground towards second. Going to be gobbled up there. The throw over to first base. And for the second straight inning, Waldorf is retired in order here. Great job by the Bronco defense. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning with the score. Hastings 3 and Waldorf 3. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
There's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Call it the foul.
The home of 24/7 Sports Talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back here, Duncan Field and Hastings. Game number 3 of a 4-game series here this weekend between the Broncos and the Waldorf. The two teams splitting a couple of games yesterday. This third ball game at Duncan today. We've got Hastings 3 and Waldorf 3 as the Broncos are coming to the plate here in the third. Hastings battered around in the second inning, so we get back to Elijah Barrett, who led out the second inning with a double. And he fouls away the pitch here, and he's even up on a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. So both starting pitchers are still hanging around here for each team. Ben Dornsey for Waldorf and Marcus Miller for Hastings as they continue to throw out there. There's a ball that's going to be popped up out toward the outfield. Center fielder is going to call for it, and he'll make the catch. Lucas Romero makes the catch there for Waldorf. Merritt flies out to center field to begin the third inning of play. Now Tristan Martinez will come to the plate next. Martinez, he had a double back there in inning number 2. In fact, Hastings had back-to-back doubles to begin the inning. Eventually scored 3 runs in the second inning to get back into the ball game. Martinez with a batting average of .182 on the season. He takes a whack there. There's a ball hit towards short. Smith has got it. His throw over to first base is going to be by the first baseman, Wetonka. And staying there at the bag at first is going to be Tristan Martinez. So the throw was low to the outfield side of the bag at first base. Tyler Wetonka could not grab it there for Waldorf. And Tristan Martinez is going to get a board here. They're going to rule that one a base hit, I believe. A base hit there for Tristan Martinez. Mason Bowser coming to the plate next for the Broncos. Bowser had a single, scored a run in the second inning of play. .286 is his batting average on the season. So the Broncos have a base runner at first. That's the lead run down there at first base here. And the pitch to Bowser is going to be outside for a ball. Mason Bowser at .286 batting average. He's got 8 base hits and 28 trips to the plate, 3 doubles, a home run, and an RBI so far this year for Mason Bowser. Here's the pitch. It's going to be outside for another ball, and the count is sitting at 2 balls and no strikes to Mauser. Alistair DeCardis, the second baseman, is due up there next for Hastings as he stands in the on-deck circle down here on the third base side. Dornsief throws the next pitch to the plate. It's going to be right down the pipe there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to Mason. Looked like he was taken all the way. That was. It goes popping back into the glove of Isaiah Martin, the catcher for Waldorf. 2 balls and 1 strike to Mason Mauser here in the third inning with Tristan Martinez down there at first base for Hastings. 1 man out here for the Broncos. Here's the next pitch. Is going to be fouled away toward the first base dugout. And the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Center fielder is Ramiro. Ramiro pulled around a couple of steps to his left out there for Waldorf defensively. Dornsief working from the stretch here in the third inning with a man on at first base for Hastings. 3-3 ball game. There's a quick throw over to first. That's not in time. Runner is back in there. Tristan Martinez for the Broncos. Mauser anxiously waiting here at the plate. Club in hand. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 man out for the Broncos in the third inning. It is a 3-3 ball game here in the opener. Next pitch is swung on and missed, and Mauser goes down on strikes. Strikeout number 3 in the ball game now for Ben Dornsief. Now there's 2 men out for the Broncos, and Alistair DeCardis is coming to the plate next. He reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning of play, and he came around to score 1 of the 3 runs. So now there's 2 outs and a man on at first base here for Hastings, and there's a pitch to the plate and a swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. DeCardis has got a batting average of .359 on the season. He leads the team in RBIs with 11. He's got a runner down there right now at first base. They throw over there. Now the runner is tied up between first and second. They got him in a rundown, and he's going to be tagged down, and they pick off our base runner at first base. So Martinez is picked off with a bag of throw there by Dornsief over the first, and Martinez was dead in the water there between first and second base, and the inning is over. So the Broncos waste the single there by Martinez. No runs on a base hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the 4th inning of play with a score, Hastings 3 and Waldorf 3. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
There's a new tomorrow on the other side of the horizon. There are houses to make into homes, businesses to be built, and friendships to enjoy.
Someday's gonna be one day soon.
Build your tomorrow with a bank you can rely on. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Keep it right here. You are listening to Extreme Sports.
Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back here. Duncan Field and Hastings. Bronco baseball for you today here on Extreme Sports. It's a 3-3 ball game thus far. And Marcus, so far, some miscues for both teams. And both teams have had a big inning. 3 runs for Waldorf in the first inning of play. 3 runs for Hastings in the second. But a tight ball game so far.
Oh, absolutely. It's just kind of Waldorf got off to a hot start there in the first inning, but Hastings was able to rally back there in the second. But so far it's been kind of clean. A couple errors here and there, but overall it's been a pretty tight ball game, and expect some more here in the last 4 innings of this first game of the doubleheader.
Brendan McElvey is coming up there next for Waldorf. He'll lead off the 4th inning. He is the designated hitter. .243 is his batting average on the season. He had a RBI single back there in the first inning, and he's going to take a strike here. So Marcus Miller is the pitcher for Hastings. Miller threw a lot of innings on the American Legion level, and he was on that team a few years ago, and now he's thrown a lot of innings for Hastings College here. And Miller getting the call here for this first game of this second day of the series between the Warriors and the Broncos. Next pitch is going to be outside down low for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to Brandon McElvey. He's the number 7 hitter in the batting order here for Waldorf. Next pitch is a check swing strike there. And the count is sitting at 2 balls and 2 strikes. In the Hastings College women's basketball team, they won last night over Huntington as they win the first and second rounds of the NAIA women's basketball tournament, 90-66, the final score. Hastings will move on to the Sweet 16 next week in Sioux City, and now we know who they're going to play. Bethel of Tennessee, the number 1 seed in the Kramer quadrant of the NAIA National Tournament, as well as going to be hit to left field. Mauser is going to grab that one for the out. The game will be next Thursday at 1 o'clock at the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City. We'll have the game on Extreme Sports beginning with the pregame show at 12:45 on Thursday. So the Hastings College women, they will continue their run toward a possible 4th national championship for the school as they will play next Thursday against Bethel of Tennessee, the number 1 seed in the Kramer quadrants of the NAIA National Tournament. We've got baseball action here today from the hardwood to the baseball diamond here in a matter of less than 24 hours. And it's Hastings College in Waldorf here this afternoon. Isaiah Martin is the guy at the plate here for Waldorf. Martin is the catcher. He struck out his first time up there. So after giving up 3 runs in the first inning, Marcus Miller really settled down here in the ball game. There's a strike thrown there on the inside corner. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. 9 guys in a row. Hastings is retired. There's a ball hit out toward left field, and Mauser is going to grab the ball there on the run to record the out. Isaiah Martin is going to fly out to the left fielder in Mauser, so he's made both plays here to begin the 4th inning of play. And now Mason Smith will come to the plate next. Smith is the shortstop. He's the number 9 hitter in the batting order here for Waldorf. He's got a batting average on the season sitting at 260 as he hits that ball out toward right field, and that is going to be caught by Tristan Martinez. And for the 3rd straight inning, Waldorf goes down in order here. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score, Hastings 3 and Waldorf 3. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
At Bosselman Energy Companies, we take pride in being a trusted partner to our customers, a strong presence in the communities we serve, and a family business that truly cares. Founded in Grand Island in 1948, Bosselman Energy has grown into a diverse group of companies with locations across the Midwest. We supply local communities with essential petroleum products that fuel farms, power industries, and heat homes. With over 70 years of industry experience, Bosselman Energy remains committed to the principles that have guided us from the beginning, ensuring our continued success for generations to come.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
Here's Doncic reeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Call it the foul.
The home of 24/7 Sports Talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. Marcus Miller, he gave up 3 runs in the first inning. Since then, he's mowed down 11 guys in a row. He's thrown only 54 total pitches in the ball game so far. The Broncos and the Warriors were tied up now at 3 runs apiece as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning here this afternoon. Aliscar DeCartis is at the plate here for the Broncos. They're going to see 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order. They face the pitcher for Waldorf and Ben Dornsief here in this 4th inning of play. DeCartis again, the team high 359 batting average on the season. reached on a fielder's choice back there in the second inning of play. Takes a swipe there and a swing and a miss, and he falls behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alaskar has got 3 base on balls, 10 strikeouts so far this season. The count to him is at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dornstein working from the stretch with nobody on the base paths as he throws out one of the plates. It's going to be down low for a ball. Around the infield, you've got Rendoni at third base. Smith is at shortstop. Rauch is at second base. And Waitalka is your first baseman with Martin behind the plate. And Dornstein on the mound here for the Warriors. A team in here from Forest City, Iowa. Next pitch is swung on a miss and a strikeout as Descartes strikes out for the 11th time here this season. Strikeout number 4 in the ball game now for Ben Dornstein. Coming up there next is going to be Ronick Crosley for Hastings. Crosley is the shortstop. His batting average on the year is sitting at .202. He reached on a fielder's choice. Actually, he reached on an error back there officially in the second inning of play. So the first pitch to him is going to be inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Hastings is a team with a team batting average of .246. Waldorf a team batting average of .267. There's the ball swung on and foul tap here by Crosley, and the count to him is sitting at 1 ball and 1 strike. He's the number 9 hitter in the batting order here for the Broncos. 2 base hits and 9 trips to the plate. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2. He's got 3 strikeouts so far this year with no base on balls, and he's behind the count here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ronick Crosley, he sits that ball into the air out toward the center field. Coming out, has a fall for a base hit. Romero was playing deep out there in the center field, and he came running in there and couldn't quite get to the ball. So a little blooper to center is going to give Crosley a base hit here.
Number 1.
And now coming up there next is going to be Jaden Stone. Stone with a single and a base on balls so far in this ball game. Stone .314 on the season is his batting average. Comes up there as he bats here from the left-hand side. Stone yesterday in the doubleheader here at Duncan. 1 out of 6 from the plate. 2 RBIs, 2 walks with a strikeout. He sends that ball out to left field high in the air. Waiting for it to come out of the stratosphere is going to be Seth Mifflin, and he grabs the ball. So Stone gives that baby a ride, but right out the left fielder. He makes an easy catch out there to record the out. There's 2 men out now for the Broncos.
Ben Richter.
Ben Richter coming to the plate next. Richter laid down a sacrifice in the first. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning. So Richter still looking for his first base hit of the season as he comes to the plate here. The first pitch to him is going to be up high for a ball. Winds gusting on occasion here at Duncan Field. But still a very enjoyable day here at Duncan. Richter is 0 out of 6 from the plate so far this year. Sends that ball to third base, and the throw across the diamond is going to be in time as Rendoni gets over to Waitalka to record the outs, and the Broncos go down in order here in inning number 4. Actually, Crosley got on the base pad, so 4 guys came to the plate. No runs, a base hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the 5th inning of play. Hastings 3, Waldorf 3. You're listening to Bronco Baseball today on Extreme Sports.
Sundays are meant for relaxation and indulgence, and there's no better place to do it than at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Enjoy the Sunday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring an irresistible spread of breakfast favorites that will make your taste buds dance. Choose from fluffy pancakes, sizzling bacon, fresh fruits, and so much more. It's all you can eat and everything you could ever want. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill, located at 2017 West 2nd, across from the water park in Hastings.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
Here's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Caught it in the foul.
the home of 24/7 sports talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. Now we're set for the spring, are we, Marcus? We got the windows all opened up.
Yes, we do. All we had to do is flip the handles the other way.
We got to be smarter than the window. It takes a while after we make our first appearance here at Duncan, huh?
What a beautiful day, though, Mike. I mean, almost 60-degree day, going to be the forecasted high. You couldn't ask that better weather for March.
All right, we have a 3-3 ball game here. Broncos with 5 base hits in the ball game. Waldorf has got 4 as Marcus Miller continues to throw here for the Broncos. Waldorf up here in the 5th inning of play. And they have got the top of the order. This is Riley Rauch coming to the plate here, and he swings and misses. He has struck out once today, and he's grounded out once, so he's 0 for 2. 286 batting average. I've been trying to get that window open, I think, for the past 2 years. And we finally got it open. It was stuck for a while, and now you got to get the latch in the right position here. And Adam Mazer, he saves the day as he gets the window open. We'll enjoy that as the year rolls on here today. And the year rolls on throughout the year here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Riley Rauch, leadoff hitter for the Warriors. He sends that ball to the right side. Gets us through there for a base hit right by the second baseman for Hastings. And Alistair Descartes into right field. So a base hit there for Rauch. That breaks a streak of 11 batters being retired in a row by the Bronco defense and Marcus Miller. So finally, a Waldorf gets a base runner for the first time since the first inning. And Cameron Rendoni is going to come to the plate next. He is the third baseman. He reached on base on balls in the first inning. And he flew out to right field in inning number 2. So he is 0 for 1 officially in this ball game. Batting average on the season is sitting at .352 for Cameron Rendoni. Bats here from the right-hand side. Marcus Miller, a left-handed thrower. Squares around the butt, leads it down the first base line, and that is going to curve over into a foul territory. So Rendoni will come back here and grab the club. Right-hand batter's box. Bronco baseball for you today here on Extreme Sports. First game of 2. This will be a 7-inning affair in the opener. We'll go 9 innings in game number 2 here today. Marcus Miller taking some time now between the pitches. He takes a stroll around the pitcher's mound. Now he's ready to go as he climbs back on top of the hill. Left foot on rubber, and we're ready to go here with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. There's another bunt laid down. Miller grabs it at the mound, and he throws it over to first base. That's going to be in time, so the sacrifice works. Marcus comes off of the mound there to grab that one toward the first base line, but they move the base runner and Rauch over to second base. Lucas Romero is going to come to the plate next. Romero had a single in the first inning. He grounded out in the second inning of play. Grounded out to the shortstop, so he's 1 for 2 so far today. .298 is his batting average on the season. He takes a swipe at that one and pops it up first base side over toward the fence, and that's going to get out of play just across the fence on the first base line. And the count, no balls and 1 strike. Of course, today a big day in sports. Selection Sunday. NCAA men's basketball tournament will be bracketed up here. NASCAR teams are running out in Las Vegas this weekend. A lot of sports activity going on. We'll see where the Huskers are going to go as they hope to get into postseason play. Now they got the runner tied up between second and third. There's a throw to second base, and he's going to be retired in the play. As Rauch is going to be retired. Marcus Miller saw at the corner of his eye there. He threw it to second base. And then Rauch tried to get in there, and he was retired easily at the bag at second. So now there's 2 men out. Good job there by Marcus Miller. That erases the folks on the base pads here. So now there's 2 outs in the 5th inning. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. And the count here at the play is at no balls and 2 strikes. Seth Mifflin, the left fielder, is due up there next. Swinging the bat down here in the on-deck circle on the first base side. Always get back to Duncan Field. That's a sign of spring. We return to baseball action here at Duncan after a long, hard winter for the basketball season. It's still got some games to go, hopefully, with the Hastings College women advancing to the Sweet 16 last night with their win over Huntington. Next pitch just misses outside, and the count is sitting at 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Lucas Romero. Next pitch is a outside pitch, and he's swinging a miss, and Romero goes down on strikes. For Marcus Miller, it's going to be strikeout number 3 in the ball game. So Waldorf is retired out of the 5th inning. No runs on a base hit, no errors, and nobody left on base as the Broncos pick off Rauch at second base. So after 4.5 innings, it's Hastings 3 and Waldorf 3. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. The Broncos and the Warriors going at it here today as we head to the 5th inning of play. Hastings up to the plate here, and this is going to be Jared Delgado to lead things up. Ben Dornsief continues to throw out there for the Warriors here in the ball game as he comes out here and throws the 5th. There's the ball that's going to be hit out toward left field, and coming on and making the catch is going to be Mifflin. Seth Mifflin grabs that one from Jared Delgado. 1 man out now for the Broncos here in the 5th, and Eddie Henchek is going to come to the plate next. 3 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors so far for the Warriors. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Broncos. Dornsief has thrown a total of 66 pitches so far in the ball game, so both pitchers very effective here today. Marcus Miller has thrown 65 pitches. First pitch there by Eddie Henchuk is a swing and a foul tap. He hits that ball, though, out toward center field, and plenty of room out there, and making the catch is going to be Lucas Romero. So Eddie gives that baby a ride, but right at the center fielder, and Lucas Romero to record the out. 2 up, 2 down for the Broncos here in the 5th. Elijah Merritt will come to the plate next.
Eli Merritt.
So Elijah Merritt coming to the plate next. He had a double in the 2nd inning of play and a fly out to center field in inning number 3. He pops this baby up, and it's going to be deep out into left field, going back, and that's off of the wall at 370 feet away. Merritt is around the bag at second. He's going to try for third, and he is there. A stand-up triple for Elijah Merritt. That baby was about a foot or so away from getting out of there. The left fielder, Mifflin, just kept on drifting back, and finally that plays off of the bottom of the wall out there at 370 feet away.
I thought Mifflin was. I thought he was going to hit the wall because I thought that thing was going to get out of here. The way that ball kept carrying. That wind's blowing just a little bit out of the south. That ball carried. Almost was out of here, like you said, Mike, about a foot away from being a home run and giving the Broncos the lead.
All right, we're tied up at 3 runs apiece right now. There's 2 men out here in the 5th inning. And now Tristan Martinez is going to come to the plate next. He's had a double and a single so far today. He has scored a run. So Martinez up there trying to give the Broncos the lead here in this 5th inning, and the pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Martinez yesterday in the ball games for Hastings, 2 out of 7 from the plate, scored 2 runs, and had 2 RBIs. Batting average on the year is sitting at 182. So the Broncos threatening here in the 5th inning. Hastings scored 3 runs in the second inning. Waldorf scored 3 runs in the first inning. And now the Broncos with a chance to grab the lead here in the 5th. With a runner on down here at third base. Pitch is going to be outside for a ball. A little check swing there by Martinez as they appeal out to the base umpire. He says no, he did not go around. So the count is sitting at 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 the count to Tristan Martinez for the Broncos. Mason Mauser would be next if Martinez can find a way to get on the base pads. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike round the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Dornsief. At the count, 3 balls and 1 strike now to Tristan Martinez. Elijah Merritt is on. It's at third base after his 2-out triple here in the 5th inning. Next pitch is going to be fouled away, first base side. So Martinez stays in there with a count of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Martinez, a right-handed hitter here for the Broncos as he settles back in to the right-hand batter's box. Here's the next pitch. It's going to be down low. The ball gets away from the catcher, Martin, and sprinting down here from third base and scoring on the play is going to be Elijah Merritt. So the pitch was down low. Isaiah Martin, the catcher, could not control it. It squirts away from him, and sprinting down from the bag at third base and scoring to give Hastings the lead is Elijah Merritt. Mason Mauser is going to come to the plate next. That was a base on balls given up to Tristan Martinez as he heads down to the bag at first base now. Run comes in to score. Mauser comes to the plate next. A single and a strikeout so far for Mason Mauser. Now he takes a strike there. So Dornsief, he walks only his second batter in Martinez, but his catcher Martin could not control the low pitch. And he finds himself trailing now in the ball game by a score of 4-3. Hastings with a lead. Next pitch is a check swing, and it's fouled away here on the first base side. So Martinez is your base runner at first base. Run is in. Mason Mauser, the number 7 hitter in the batting order for the Broncos here in the order. Alistair Descartes, the second baseman for the Broncos, would be next. There's 2 men out. Dornsief throws that one in the play. It's going to be popped up again out toward left field. Mifflin is going to settle under it and make the catch, and that's the 3rd out. Mason Mauser flies out to left field to end the 5th inning. 1 run for Hastings, 1 run on 1 base hit, the triple by Elijah Merritt. No errors on Waldorf and a runner left on base. We go to the 6th inning of play with a score, Hastings 4 and Waldorf 3. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Industrial Irrigation Services has proudly supplied reliable horsepower to the industrial engine market since 1955. Our entire team is dedicated to fostering long-term relationships with our customers and key suppliers. Honesty and integrity make up the foundation that our business is built upon. Our entire team is ready to deliver the best sales, engineering, parts, and service support you have come to expect over many decades. No matter your industry or the rigorous demands of your application, our team of experts stand ready to serve you. We have been serving our customers and friends for over a half-century, and we look forward to continuing to provide you with the absolute best industrial engine packages and services for generations to come. When you need a solution for your industrial needs, don't just buy horsepower. Invest in reliable horsepower.
You are listening to Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports.
Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back here at Duncan Field in Hastings as we head to the 6th inning of play. Hastings scratching out a run there in the 5th inning to give them a 4-3 lead. And now Waldorf will come up here in the top half of the 6th. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 coming on to face the Broncos and our pitcher Marcus Miller. Seth Mifflin is the guy coming to the plate here. He's the left fielder for the Warriors. He's got an RBI single so far in the ball game, and he has struck out once in the 1st and 3rd innings respectively as he comes up there for the 3rd time here today. His batting average in the season is sitting at .343 for Waldorf. He sends that ball high in the air out towards center field, and that is going to fall for a base hit. Just a blooper out there. It was not hit very far as it falls in front of Jaden Stone out there in center. So Seth Mifflin is going to get a single here to lead off the 6th inning. And now Tyler Waitalka is going to come to the plate next. He had an RBI single in the 1st inning, and he popped one to the pitcher in the 3rd inning of play. So he is 1 for 2 so far today. 260 is batting average for the season. He was 3 out of 6 in the doubleheader yesterday against the Broncos. He scores around the bunt. We'll take a pitch outside for a ball here. 1 ball, no strikes. Waitalka, 5 runs scored yesterday in the 2 games, 3 RBIs, and 2 walks with a home run. Scores around the bunt again, and this time he does. He bunts it back to Miller. His throw to second base, just in the nick of time. The throw to first was not in time, but they do catch the runner down there at the second. So Waitalka is going to get aboard on the fielder's choice. He bunted the ball, but a little bit too hard as it goes right back to Marcus Miller, who's a pretty good fielder coming off of the mound there for Hastings. He grabs that one and goes to second base to record the out on Seth Mifflin. That's going to be the first out of the inning. Waitalka is going to get aboard there at first base. And this is going to be Adius Smith coming to the plate next. Smith hit by a pitch, and he is grounded out once in the ball game. He is 0 for 1, and now going to have a courtesy runner. Courtesy runner coming on over there at first base. So Waldorf is sending somebody out to run for their first baseman, Tyler Waitalka. This is Adius Smith coming to the plate here for Waldorf, the number 6 hitter in the batting order. Marcus Miller comes to the belt. He throws it over to first base. That's not going to be in time. So the count, no balls and 1 strike here. Marcus Miller throws it over the plate. There's a ball hit back up to the middle. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. So runners are on at first and second base. Adius Smith gets a base hit here for Waldorf. So runners are on now at first and second base, and Brendan McElvey is going to come to the plate next. He is the designated hitter. McElvey had an RBI single in the 1st inning, and he flew out to left field in inning number 4. So he is 1 for 2 so far today. And now the Broncos starting to getting some guys loosened up down in the bullpen as Marcus Miller is into the 6th inning here for the Broncos. There's a swing and a foul tap here. And the count, no balls and 1 strike to Brendan McElvey, the designated hitter. Runners are on at first and second base here for Waldorf in the 6th inning. Marcus Miller comes set, fires under the plate. There's a swing and a miss here. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Brendan McElvey. He's got a batting average of .243 on the season for the Warriors. He has struck out 5 times so far this year. He has walked 6 times. He's going to take a pitch there. It's a little check swing. Again, they appeal down to the base umpire. He says he did not go around, so it's going to be a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to the number 7 hitter in the batting order for Waldorf, and Brendan McElvey. Marcus Miller comes set. Here's the next pitch. Way outside, the ball gets by the catcher, Delgado, and the runners advance 1. Runners are on now at second and third base here for Waldorf, and the count is going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes on Brendan McElvey. Isaiah Martin is due up there next. It's a 4-3 ball game. Hastings and Waldorf, first game of 2 here today at Duncan Field. Next game will go in 9 innings unless this one goes extra innings there. And then the second game would go 7 innings. We're sitting at 4-3 right now. Here comes the next pitch by Marcus Miller. Tapped down in front of the plate. Marcus grabs the ball but cannot make the play on it, and everybody's going to be safe. McElvey is going to get a board here for the Warriors, and now the bases are loaded. It was hit by McElvey just got a little piece of that one out in front of the plate. Marcus comes charging in off of the mound there to try to make a play on the ball, but he got there, but he had no place to go with the ball. Isaiah Martin will come up there next. Martin, the number 8 hitter in the batting order. He is 0 for 2 today. A strikeout in the first inning. He flew out in the fourth. His batting average on the year is sitting at .250. Comes up there now with the bases loaded here in the 6th inning of play. The pitch by Marcus is going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Isaiah Martin. He's got a batting average on the season at .250 for the Warriors. Next pitch is a nice one in there for a strike. 1-1 is the count. Martin has got 6 RBIs so far this year. He has walked 4 times. He has struck out 3 times. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Martin. Next pitch, that one just misses on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Martin. Mason Smith, the shortstop, is due up there next for Waldorf. The Warriors are 5-12 on the season. 1-1 in the conference after splitting a couple of games yesterday with the Broncos. The next pitch is going to be up high for a ball. And the count down 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 the count here. No place to put Isaiah Martin with the bases juiced here in the 6th inning of play. And here comes the next pitch to Martin, and that thing is going to just miss inside. Walks in the tying run. Isaiah Martin is going to get a base on balls here to drive home a run. And now we're tied up now at 4 runs apiece here in the 6th inning. And that one just missed from Marcus Miller on the inside corner. Here's Mason Smith coming to the plate next. Smith is failed to reach base here in the ball game. Flew out to right field his last time up there in inning number 4. Batting average at .260 on the season. Now this number 9 hole for Waldorf. And here comes a pitch hit on the ground to the left side. That gets through there for a base hit in the left field. 1 runner is going to score, and that's all they're going to get. Mason Smith is going to drive home a run here for Waldorf in the 6th inning. Hastings had the infield pulled in a couple of steps, and that one scooted right on by the third baseman, Ben Richter, into left field. That's going to drive home Smith from a third base, and that gives Waldorf now the advantage here in this one. 5-4 is the score as the Warriors have picked up a couple of runs here in the 6th inning. There's still only 1 out in the inning, and we get back to the top of the order again. Riley Rauch, the second baseman, swings and sends that ball high in the air out toward left field, and that's going to be caught out there by Mason Mauser. That's going to be the second out. So Mauser came in from left field to grab that ball in shallow left. Runners stay put. Bases still loaded, but now there's 2 men out. Cameron Rendoni will come to the plate next. Cameron Rendoni steps in there from the right-hand side. A base on balls. He's flown out to right field, and he's laid down a sacrifice so far today. Rendoni with a batting average to start today at .352. He's going to send that ball out toward right field. Martinez will settle under it and make the catch, and that ends the inning here for Waldorf. But the Warriors come back to grab the lead as they scored 2 runs here in the inning. 2 runs on 3 base hits, no errors on the Broncos, and 3 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning with a score, Waldorf 5 and Hastings 4. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
Back here at Duncan Field in Hastings as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. This one's scheduled for 7 here today. It's a 5-4 ball game. Broncos now trailing, each team scoring there in their last at-bat. The Broncos with a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Waldorf coming back with a couple of runs in the top of the 6th. Now Hastings will bat here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Alistair Descartes, the second baseman, is due up there first. For Hastings, going to have 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order. The face of Ben Dornsief, who is still out there. Now we got another new pitcher out there. Brendan Hansen is going to come on and throw. So we got a reliever out there. Brendan Hansen is the new pitcher here for Dort. You're going to try to finish things off. Brendan Hansen, 5.87 is his earned run average. No decisions on the year so far. 7 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 12 hits, 9 runs, 5 of those earned. 3 base on balls, 6 strikeouts. Team's batting .333 against him. And the first pitch is going to be fouled away by Descartes on the first baseline. He has reached on a fielder's choice today, and he has struck out once. Batting average on the season sitting at .359. So Brendan Hansen, a left-handed thrower out there now for Waldorf. Next pitch is going to be down low. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Alistair Descartes. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. First game of 2 here today at Duncan Field. The second game will be a 9-inning affair. Unless this one goes extra innings here, then that one will be a 7-inning contest for game number 2. We're sitting at 5-4 right now. Hastings winning yesterday 9-8 in the first game of the doubleheader played on Saturday. They lost the nightcap by a score of 9-1. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball, and he walks him. So Descartes heads down to the bag at first. And that's going to bring up Ronick Crosley coming to the plate next. For Hastings, the number 9 hitter. .222 is his batting average. So now Hastings has the tying run on the base pads here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Crosley squaring around the bunt. There's a throw into first base, and they've got him over there at first base. Descartes is picked off of the bag. A quick throw by the pitcher, and Brendan Hansen, and Alistair was leading the wrong way, and he gets picked off of the base pads here in the 6th inning. So a tough one right there. Our tying run on the base pads, and Alistair Descartes was picked off of the bag on a great move, a quick move by Brendan Hansen to pick off the base runner over there at first base. So now there's 1 out in the 6th inning, and Crosley comes to the plate with a pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. That was a big out there. A pickoff by Brendan Hansen as he picks off the Bronco base runner at first. Next pitch to the plate is going to be a little bit up high. 2 balls and no strikes. Jaden Stone would be next. Two balls and no strikes here to Crosley. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. And the count is sitting at 2 balls and no strikes. So Brendan Hansen now in relief here. The starting pitcher, Ben Dornsief, for the Warriors of Waldorf. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball, and he walks him. So 2 straight walks here to begin the timeout there for Brendan Hansen. He picked off the last guy over at the bag at first.
Number 1, Jaden Stone.
So Jaden Stone is going to come to the plate next. Stone, he had a single in the first inning. reached on a base on balls in the second. Flew out to left field in inning number 4. So he's 2 for 3 so far in this ball game. Base runner is out at first base. A pitch to the plate is going to be down low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Stone, a left-handed hitter here, working against the lefty on the hill now for Waldorf. And now the catcher, Isaiah Martin, is going to go out and have a couple of words with Brendan Hansen, with the Broncos the base runner down there at first base. 5-4 is the score. Waldorf scoring 3 runs in the first inning of play. Hastings coming back with 3 runs in the second to tie the game. Broncos taking the lead with a run in the 5th inning. Waldorf reclaims the lead with 2 runs in the top of the 6th inning. Right now we're in the bottom of the 6th inning with the Broncos now trailing in the ball game by a score of 5-4. 5 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors for Waldorf. 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for Hastings. Next pitch there to Jaden Stone is going to be inside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. So Brendan Hansen has walked the first 2 guys that he has faced here. Now he's falling behind here. Jaden Stone, 2 balls and no strikes. They've got some relievers warming up as well down here on the first base side. There's a throw over to first base. That's going to be wide of the target. Getting up off of the turf is going to be Crosley. He's going to try to stretch this over to third base, and he is there for the Broncos. That throw over to first base, if that would have been right on the money, Crosley would have been picked off. But it was thrown to the home plate side of the bag down there at first and got by Tyler Waltalka. And Crosley, he took off toward the bag at second. He didn't stop until he reaches third base. So now the Broncos have the tying run down here at third base. The count here at the plate of 2 balls and no strikes. Now they called a balk. They called a balk to bring home the tying run to the plate. So they call a balk on the Brendan Hansen. So he's walked 2 guys. He's been called on a balk, and he's also had an error. So it's coming on in relief, and that gives the Broncos now a run here in the 6th inning. We're tied up at 5 runs apiece. And a pitch here to a Jaden Stone is in there for a strike. So a big change of events there. We have a man picked off. We get a man on. We have a man advancing from first to third on a pickoff attempt that was thrown wild to first base. And a balk, and the Broncos bring home the tying run here in the 6th inning. And now the count to Jaden Stone is 3 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball, and he walks him. 3 walks in the inning now. Coming up there next is going to be Ben Richter. And now we're going to have a visit on the mound here by the head man for Waldorf. So Brendan Hansen comes on there for Waldorf in replace of Ben Dornstief for the Warriors. And we're going to have a pitching change coming up here for the Warriors. So a pitching change coming up here in the 6th inning. We'll take a break with a score. Hastings 5 and Waldorf 5. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
There's a noticeable difference when you walk into Tom Dinsdale CDJR in Hastings. You can't miss the exceptional customer service that we're known for, or the huge emphasis we place on providing unsurpassed vehicle service with experienced technicians and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. At Tom Dinsdale, we take tremendous pride in serving our friends, family, and neighbors throughout central Nebraska. See for yourself. Stop by Dinsdale CDJR today.
Freshen up your home with vibrant flowers this spring. From colorful spring silks, spring-scented candles, to seasonal home decor bunnies. Come shop 20% off savings March 17th through March 22nd for our spring open house. Hours for our sale are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Located at 2618 West 2nd in Hastings, serving Hastings since 1955.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
All right, the new pitcher for Waldorf is going to be Chase Becker. Becker is 0-1 on the season. His earned run average is at 6.48. Becker has thrown 8 1/3 innings for the Warriors this year. He does have one save. Out of those 8 1/3 innings, 13 base hits, 8 runs scored, 6 of those runs earned, 8 base on balls, and 6 strikeouts. Team's batting .371 against him. So it becomes the second pitcher used in this inning as Brendan Hansen has no luck for the Warriors. And now Chase Becker is out there. He'll be another left-handed thrower. The Broncos have tied the score here in the 6th inning. It's now a 5-5 ball game. And Ben Rector is at the plate now for the Broncos. And the pitch to him is going to be in there for a strike. So Dorn Seif was the starter. Hansen came on and didn't record an out. And now Becker is out there for the Warriors. There's a ball hit down the line of left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. One run is going to score. Second one's going to come to the plate. And ending up at second base on the play is going to be Ben Rector. Ball was a hit down the line at left field. Ben Rector drives home a couple of runs with a double. Wasn't hit very hard down there, but very effective.
I think they're going to chalk it up as an error, Mike. It went off of Rendon's chest there, and they're going to count that as an error.
Now batting, number 4, Jared Delgado.
Tough scorer. So an error chalked up there on the third baseman. So here comes Jared Delgado to the plate next. He pops this baby up. And that is going to be caught out there by the right fielder, and staying at second base is going to be Richter. So Jared Delgado flies out to right field. Eddie Henchek is going to come to the plate next.
Now batting, number 23, Eddie Henchek.
So Hastings has now got the lead here over Waldorf. It's a 6-5 ball game. Eddie Henchek, boy, he's a big old boy. I get him on the basketball team. He stands in there. There's a pitch inside. It's going to be by the catcher, Martin, back to the screen, and running down to third base on the play is going to be Richter. So Henchek gets ahead on the count, 1 ball and no strikes. It's a 6-5 lead now for the Broncos here in the 6th inning. Hastings has scored 2 runs here in the 6th. Henchek has a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. He is flown out to second base. He is grounded out once, and he's flown out to center field. There's a pitch way outside for a ball. Grabbed there by Isaiah Martin. So the bullpen for Waldorf has come on here. It has not been very effective. And now they're going to walk Henchek. They're going to pitch instead to Elijah Merritt. Oh, that was a wise choice or not. Last time Merritt got out there, he was a foot away from jacking one out of here to a left field. So Henchek is going to get aboard with an intentional walk down there at first base. Richter is across the way at third. Elijah Merritt to the plate next. He tripled the last time up there. He's flown to center field, and he has doubled. And the pitch to him is going to be popped up, and is going to get out of play. So Merritt with a batting average of .294. And decided to pitch to him instead. He's got a double, a fly out to center, and a triple, and he scored a run. Pick your poison, I guess. No balls and 1 strike. There's a ball hit back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit into center field. Run's going to come in to score. And Merritt has now got a single, a double, and a triple all in this ball game as he drives home a run here. Richter comes in and taps the plate as he comes in from third base for the Broncos. And Hastings now with a 7-5 lead. And Tristan Martinez will come to the plate next.
6, Tristan Martinez.
Martinez with a double and a triple, so a double and a single in this ball game. He's also walked. He has scored a run. Martinez with a 182 batting average on the season. There's a pitch by Becker. That's going to be hit to short, bobbled, picked up, thrown to second base. That's not going to be in time. Mason Smith at shortstop bobbles the ball, picks her up, and he goes to second base to try to catch the force out down there on head check. Eddie is in there safely, so Martinez will get aboard on the fielder's choice. And now Mason Mauser is going to come to the plate next. Mason Mauser, he's got a single. He has struck out once. Hits that ball right to shortstop, and that records the outs. And Mauser is retired on the play. So the inning is over, but Hastings scores 3 runs to grab the lead. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Hastings with a lead. It's the Broncos 7 and Waldorf 5. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
There's a noticeable difference when you walk into Tom Dinsdale CDJR in Hastings. You can't miss the exceptional customer service that we're known for, or the huge emphasis we place on providing unsurpassed vehicle service with experienced technicians and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. At Tom Dinsdale, we take tremendous pride in serving our friends, family, and neighbors throughout central Nebraska. See for yourself. Stop by Dinsdale CDJR today.
You are listening to Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports.
Your Broncos.
Mike Will and Marcus Metcalf back here at Duncan Field in Hastings as we head to the 7th inning of play. Hastings has got a 7-5 lead over Waldorf as we go to the last at-bat here for the Warriors. Hastings with a new pitcher coming out as well as Marcus Miller is going to be relieved here. Marcus Miller is going to go the first 6 innings today for Hastings. Gives up 9 hits and 5 runs, all 5 earned. A couple of base on balls and 4 strikeouts. He throws a total of 83 pitches in the ball game. So Hastings with a lead. It is 7-5. 7-5, the Broncos out on top here as we head to the top half of the 7th inning. So Hastings with a new pitcher out there. Caden Holm is going to come out and throw for the Broncos. Junior out of Mason City, Nebraska. As Holm will come out and try to shut the door on any would-be rally here for the Warriors. So Holm is out there now for the 7th inning, the closer for the Broncos. Caden Holm, the pitcher now for Hastings. Coming up to the plate here for Waldorf is going to be Lucas Romero. He is a right-handed hitter. Holm is a right-handed thrower here for the Broncos, and the first pitch is going to be in there for a strike, 0-1. Holm has got an ERA of 3.00. His record is no wins, 1 loss. He's thrown 6 innings so far for Hastings. Out of those 6 innings, he's given up 5 hits and 3 runs. 2 of those earned. 3 base on balls and 5 strikeouts for Caden Holm.
That's like being at Duncan Field when a train comes.
Well, I'm still waiting for those quiet zones that we voted on about 5 years ago. There's a swing and a miss there, and Romero goes down. Lucas Romero strikes out here in the 7th inning. That'll be so sweet if and when we ever get those quiet zones out here, and so the trains don't have to blow their whistle every time they come by Duncan Field. Anyway, 1 man out now for Waldorf here in the 7th inning. 7-5, the Warriors are going to need 2 runs to continue the ball game here. Seth Mifflin is up to the plate next. He takes a strike. Hey, we talked to the new mayor. I've got connections. I'll talk to the new mayor about the quiet zones. Next pitch here is going to be outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Mifflin has singled in the first inning. I drove home a run, struck out in the third, had a single in the sixth. So he's 2 for 3 here in this ball game. 343 is his batting average on the year. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 man out. The Broncos with the lead here, 7-5 over Waldorf. There's the ball. It's going to be hit out toward right field. Martinez backs up, and he makes the catch. Hard hit ball out to a right field, but Mifflin is going to fly out to Martinez out in right field. Tyler Waitalka coming up to the plate next for Waldorf. He had an RBI single in the first. He popped one to the pitcher in the third, reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run in the sixth inning of play. 260 is his batting average on the season. So the Broncos just a win away from recording their fourth win of the season. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a strike. Hastings looking for their fourth win of the season, their second one here in the conference. Next pitch to Waitalka is going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Waldorf team coming in here out of Forest City, Iowa here this afternoon. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. We were in Forest City during the football season. Made a return trip to the home of Winnebago Campers for the basketball season. And now Waldorf making a trip here to Hastings for the baseball season. 2 balls and 1 strike to Tyler Waitalka, the number 5 guy in the batting order. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, Caden Holm is on relief now for the Broncos in this 7th inning of play. Marcus Miller goes the first 6 innings. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. And a base on ball is given up there. And now Adius Smith is going to come to the plate next. He represents the tying run. Smith was hit by a pitch in the first inning. He grounded out in the third, and he had a single and scored a run in the 6th inning of play. The pitch by Holm here is going to be outside for a ball. And now the catcher for Hastings, Jared Delgado, will go out and have a couple of words with his new pitcher in Caden Holm. 2 men out for Waldorf here in the 7th inning of play. Broncos out on top of Waldorf to score 7-5. Waldorf with 5 runs, 9 hits, and 4 errors in the ball game. Hastings now with 7 runs and 8 base hits. No errors in the contest. 1 ball and no strikes here to Adius Smith, the left-handed hitter for Waldorf. There's the next pitch there by Caden Holm. It's going to miss as well. Nobody up and throwing for the Broncos down on the pin right now. They count 2 balls and no strikes to Adius Smith. There's the next pitch. Is going to be in there for a strike right down the pipe. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Adius Smith. Brendan McElvey, the designated hitter, would be next. Standing down there in the on-deck circle. Next pitch just misses inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. You're listening to Hastings College baseball action here this afternoon on Extreme Sports. 3 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch by Holm is swung on, hit toward left field. Mauser on the run, backing up. It's going to be over his head. Going to roll out toward the wall. Around the bag at third, coming home is going to be Waitalka. Pulling up at second base on the play is going to be Adius Smith, and it's now a 7-6 ball game. Smith gets a double to deep left field to drive home a run. And the Warriors are not done yet. 7-6 is the score. Hastings with the lead. That ball hit hard out over the head of Mason Mauser as back to the infield and was on his horse there, but he didn't quite catch up with the ball as it goes rolling out toward the brick wall. It says 370 feet away. So it's a 7-6 ball game, and now the Warriors have a man on at second base representing the tying run. Now the pitch comes inside and nearly hits the batter in Brandon McElvey as he just backs away from that one. 1 ball, no strikes to McElvey. Isaiah Martin would be next. 7-6 to score. Hastings with a lead. We're in the 7th inning of play. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. McElvey has got a base hit here. His 3 trips to the plate. Check swing there. Did he go around with it? Yes, he did. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Brendan McElvey. Starting the day with a batting average of .243. There's a ball that's going to be lifted, and it's going to be in foul territory. Two balls, 2 strikes with 2 men out here in the top of the 7th inning. This one's scheduled for 7. The tying run is down there at second base for Waldorf. Here comes a 2-2 pitch by Holm. It's hit off the handle of the bat, and it's going to be caught by the third baseman, and the ball game is going to be over. Ben Richter grabs the ball, or did they say that's just only the... Is that a foul?
They must have called a balk or something.
A runner is over at third base, so now he's at third. That must have been a block call. Now it's 2-2, and the next pitch is going to be coming inside to hit him. Yeah, McElvey is hit by a pitch, so evidently a balk was called to allow the base runner to move from second to third on the play. Now McElvey is hit by a pitch that sends him down to first base. So Isaiah Martin is going to come to the plate next. Isaiah Martin, the number 8 guy in the batting order, and now we're going to have a courtesy runner down here at first base for McElvey, the designated hitter. So runners are going to be on at first and third. We've got a 7-6 ball game. We're in the top half of the 7th inning. Waldorf needs to get a run home to continue this ball game. Isaiah Martin is going to come to the plate here for Waldorf. He has struck out. He's flown out to left field, and he's reached on a base on balls. Batting average on the year, .250 for Waldorf. And here comes the pitch by Caden Holm. It's going to be upstairs for a ball. So Waldorf is not rolling over here. Runners are on at first and third base here in the 7th inning. Caden Holm is the pitcher for Hastings. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike around the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike down to Isaiah Martin. First half of the doubleheader, we've got game number 2 coming up here on Extreme Sports. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike. The runner is going to go from first base. He slides in there safely with a stolen base. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Isaiah Martin. The tying run is down there at third base in the form of Adius Smith. Here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way. Check swing. It's back here to the screen. Now what do they say? That one got away from the catcher. Looked like he leaned out there to get the ball, but it got away from the catcher, Jared Delgado, and a run comes in to score from third base.
I think he said he tempted a swing at it, and the ball got away from the catcher, so it's like a drop third strike, and he's able to get on base, and the run will score.
All right, so maybe officially a strikeout there, and that's what's going to chalk it up as a strikeout, but the runner heads down to the bag at first base, and a run comes in to score as well. That ties up the ball game. Kind of a wild 7th inning, isn't it?
I guess how big is that earlier pickoff play in the bottom of the 6th now?
Mason Smith coming up to the plate now. He's going to take his strike on the inside corner, kind of leans away from that one. But it comes across the corner of the plate. We're tied up now at 7 runs apiece as Waldorf has scored 2 runs here in the 7th inning. Runners on at first and third, and there's a pitch that hits him. So he hit batter. So the Bronco bullpen has been shaky here in the 7th inning. The bases are loaded now. And now Riley Rauch coming to the plate next. Now the Broncos do have some guys starting to stir down in the bullpen. This is Caden Holm, who came on relief of Marcus Miller. And now Riley Rauch is at the plate next. He's the leadoff hitter. And the pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Rauch, he has struck out. He has grounded out. He's reached on a single, and he's flown out to left field. He's 1 for 4 in this ball game. .286 the batting average. There's a bouncer toward first. Grab there by Merritt. He goes over and touches the bag, and the inning is going to be over. So Riley Rauch is going to ground out to the first baseman, but Waldorf did what they had to do here, and that's score a couple of runs in the top of the 7th inning to continue the ball game. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. The Broncos will need a run to win this thing. Hastings 7, Waldorf 7. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Freshen up your home with vibrant flowers this spring. From colorful spring silks, spring-scented candles, to seasonal home decor bunnies. Come shop 20% off savings March 17th through March 22nd for our spring open house. Hours for our sale are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Located at 2618 West 2nd in Hastings, serving Hastings since 1955.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back with you from Duncan Field. Game number 1 of our doubleheader today, the 3rd game of the series between Hastings and Waldorf, splitting a couple of games yesterday. Both teams have battled back here, and now Waldorf did what they had to do here in the top half of the 7th inning, scoring 2 runs to tie up the ball game. Now it's 7 runs apiece. Now it's the Broncos' job to scratch out a winning run here and get out of here with a walk-out victory here in game number 1. Going to have 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order to come up here to face Waldorf. Chase Becker is still on the mound here for Waldorf, a left-handed thrower. He's the 3rd pitcher used by the Warriors here in this contest. There's a high chopper toward 3rd base. Long throw across the diamond is not going to be in time. The throw was low, and it got away from the first baseman over there in Waitalka. So the Broncos get a base runner here in this bottom of the 7th inning. That's going to be a base hit given there to Alistair Descartes for Hastings. High chopper toward the 3rd baseman in Cameron Rendoni. And his throw to first base was a little bit off target. There's a bunt laid down, fielded by the pitcher. He goes to second base, and they catch the out down there. So a bunt laid down by Crosley, but a little bit too hard there. He goes back to the pitcher, Becker, and he goes to second base to record the outs. So now there's 1 man out for Hastings here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Man is on at first base, and now Jaden Stone will come to the plate next. Stone has got his single. He's reached on a base on balls. He's flown out to left field, and he's got another base on balls. Broncos need a run to win this thing. We're down to our final 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Jaden Stone is going to take a look at the pitch down low for a ball here. 1 ball and no strikes. This is scheduled for 7 here today. In the event we go into extra innings, the second game would be 7 innings. If not, it'll be a 9-inning affair in the nightcap. There's a pitch in there for a strike on Stone. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Jaden. Batting average to start today was at .314. Next pitch is in there for a strike in the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Crosley is your base runner down there at first base for Hastings. 1 man out. Here's the next pitch. Curveball and a swing and a miss there by Stone, and he goes down. Stone was going for the wall there. Hard swing by Jaden Stone. Swings and misses. Ben Richter coming up to the plate next. Richter has laid down his sacrifice. He's been hit by a pitch. He's grounded out once, and he's reached on an error. Kind of a mixed bag today for Ben Richter. Officially 0 for 2 at the plate as the pitch was inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes now to Ben. He's still looking for his first base hit of the season. Now 0 for 8 at the plate this year. This one is going to be popped up out toward right field, and settling it and making the catch is going to be Adius Smith. And the inning is over, and we're heading to some extra innings here in the first ball game as Richter flies out to right field. The Broncos score no runs in the bottom of the 7th on 1 base hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the top of the 8th inning with a score: Hastings 7 and Waldorf 7. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student-athletes.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
Hi, Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back here at Duncan Field as we head to the 8th inning of play. Jaden Jurgensmeyer is going to be the new pitcher for Hastings. Jurgensmeyer, the senior out of Grand Island, as he will come on and throw here in the 8th inning of play. So we're in extra innings here. We're tied up at 7 runs apiece as Jurgensmeyer is going to come on now for the Broncos in the 8th inning of play. There's a hard hit ball out to a left center field, and that is going to be deep, and that's going to be off of the wall at 405 feet away. That's a Rendoni on his way to a third base, and he slides in there safely for Waldorf. Rendoni, a leadoff triple to deep left center field at 405 feet away. And Waldorf leads off the 8th inning with a triple here. They're trying to grab the lead away from the Broncos. So a hard hit ball by Rendoni out to left center field. And now the Warriors are in business here. In the 8th inning, Lucas Romero will come to the plate next. Romero has got a single. He has struck out twice in the ball game. .298 is his batting average on the season, as Jurgensmeyer will throw to him, and there's a pitch that's going to be inside for a ball. So Jaden Jurgensmeyer is now out there for Hastings, a product out of Grand Island. He gives up a triple on the very first pitch that he throws to the plate here. And now the count to Lucas Romero is sitting at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody out here for Waldorf. There's a curveball. It's going to be in there for a strike from Jurgensmeyer. He gets ahead on the count now with 1 ball and 2 strikes. In extra innings now, we're in the 8th inning of play between Waldorf and Hastings. Backing out of the batter's box is going to be Lucas Romero. Now he settles back in on the right-hand side, touches the corner of the plate, and he's ready to go. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch, and on the ground by the third baseman into left field. That's going to score a run. Romero rounds the bag at first. He's on his way to second. He slides in there safely, a double. A double and a triple now here in the 8th inning produces a run for Waldorf. And the Warriors go out on top of Hastings now by a score of 8-7. Now coming up there is going to be Josh Mifflin, or Seth Mifflin, the left fielder. Mifflin, a left-handed hitter. He's got a single, a strikeout, a single, and a flyout. So he's 2 for 4 from the plate here in this ball game. First pitch to him is going to be down low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. 8-7 is the score now. Waldorf with the lead over Hastings here in the 8th. Jurgensmeyer's next pitch comes inside on a fastball. As Mifflin was scoring around the bunt, he has to quickly pull that back and get out of the way. That fastball is 2 balls and no strikes. Tyler Waitalka would be next here for the Warriors. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike around the outside corner on a fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike now. First game of 2 here this afternoon. A busy Sunday here at Duncan Field. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. It's on the way. It's going to be a little bit up high. Outside. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Seth Mifflin. Waitalka again is the next scheduled hitter here for Waldorf. There's a pitch outside for a ball. So Mifflin is going to get a base on balls. So Jurgensmeyer has come on. He's given up a triple and a double, and now he's walked a man. Tyler Waitalka is the next guy scheduled to come up there, and here he comes. He's got a single. He's popped one back to the pitcher. He's reached on a fielder's choice, and he's had a base on balls. Shows bunt here, pulls it back, and will take a pitch up high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. First baseman Merritt and the third baseman Richter both charging at the corners there for the Broncos. Waldorf has got runners on at first and second base here in the 8th inning. Jurgensmeyer comes set. Next pitch to the plate is going to be in there for a strike. Again, Waitalka was showing bunt there, but takes a strike on the inside corner. Tyler, a left-handed hitter. Jurgensmeyer, a right-handed thrower here for the Broncos. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8-7, Waldorf with the lead. Waitalka again scores around the bunt. This time he takes one off with a hand. He's hit by a pitch, and that loads up the bases. Waitalka is hit by a pitch. Bases are loaded now as Romero hits out of the bag at third. Mifflin is on at second base. Waitalka is on at first base. Adias Smith is going to come to the plate next for Waldorf. He's been hit by a pitch. He is grounded out. He's got a single and a double in his last 2 trips to the plate here. So Smith is up there. He's going to take a pitch outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. That's too bad because Marcus Miller threw pretty good through 6 innings today. The bullpen is not helping him out whatsoever here with Caden Holm coming on and then Jaden Jurgensmeyer. Both shaky at best here for the Broncos coming out of the pen. Next pitch by Smith, or to Smith, is fouled away. Here comes the next one by Jurgensmeyer. It's going to be in there for a strike, and now he gets ahead on the count here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still nobody out for the Warriors in the top of the 8th inning. Next pitch by Jurgensmeyer is going to be outside for a ball. Jaden not wasting any time between pitches here. Trying to find the strike zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch is hit right by the first baseman. He goes over and touches the bag. Elijah Merritt grabs the ball on a line shot to first base, and he goes over to catch Waitalka off of the bag, a double play. Great job there by the first baseman, Elijah Merritt.
Yeah, what a great play there by Merritt. That's why they call it the hot corner, Mike.
It's Brendan McElvey coming up there next. So a double play. Elijah Merritt grabs the line shot. Waitalka is off of the bag. Easily a DP turned over there. So now there's 2 men out. Runners around at second and third base as McElvey comes to the plate next. An RBI single in the first. Flew out to left field in the 4th inning. Single in the 6th. Hit by a pitch in the 7th inning. 243 is batting average to start the day. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. 8-7 is the score. Waldorf with the lead. We're in the top half of the 8th inning. Extra innings. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. That's 12 base hits now for Waldorf in this ball game. They've got the lead, and yet they've committed 6 errors. 8-7, Waldorf with the lead. Next pitch by Jurgensmeyer is going to be outside for a ball, and he walks him. So McElvey heads down to the bag at first. Bases are loaded again with 2 men out now here in the 8th inning. Waldorf looking for more. They got a golden opportunity right here with Isaiah Martin coming to the plate next. He's a .250 hitter on the season. He's going to take a pitch from Jurgensmeyer that's going to be in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike now to Isaiah Martin. He has struck out, flown out, walked, and he struck out again, but he reached base when the catcher dropped the 3rd strike. He's behind in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2. It's on the way. It's going to be outside, just misses. 1-2 is the count. Bases are juiced here for Waldorf in the 8th inning, leading 8-7 over Hastings. Jurgensmeyer's next pitch is going to be outside for another ball. And now it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hastings has recorded 7 base hits in the ball game, been out hit by the Warriors so far, 12-7. 2-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be outside for a ball, and now Jurgensmeyer is going to find the strike zone here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 the count here to Isaiah Martin. With 2 men out, next pitch is on the way. Up high for a ball, and they call it a delayed called 3rd strike there. Isaiah Martin strikes out, and a big pitch thrown by Jurgensmeyer. The home plate umpire waits till the very last second there to make the call. And Isaiah Martin strikes out with the bases loaded in the 8th inning. But Waldorf grabs the lead. They score 1 run here in the inning. 1 run on 2 base hits. No errors on Hastings. 3 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning with a score. Waldorf 8, Hastings 7. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student-athletes.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the #1 sports station because you make the phones light up.
Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. We're in extra innings here. In game number 1, we're in the bottom of the 8th inning right now. The score is sitting at 8-7. Hastings trailing in the ball game. We're going to have 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order to come on here in the 8th. The Broncos will need a run to continue this thing, or 2 runs to win it. Jared Delgado will come to the plate here. Delgado, number 3 in the batting order, but he's 0 for 4 so far today. Delgado has struck out twice, and he's flown out twice. Started the day with a batting average of .293. Up and down day today for Hastings College. We've trailed right off of the bat at 3-0 after the first inning. We came back to tie it. We grabbed the lead. We give up the lead. Each team has battled back here. And right now we're in extra innings. There's a ball hit to short, fielded there, and a throw over to first base to complete the out. Mason Smith gets it over to Tyler Waitalka to record the out here for Waldorf, and Jared Delgado goes down, grounding out to the shortstop. Eddie Henchak coming to the plate next for Hastings. Henchak, the designated hitter. He is flown out to second base. He is grounded out. He is flown out to center field, and he is walked. 0 for 3 so far in the ball game. A .313 hitter on the season here for the Broncos. Hastings needing some base runners here. 8-7 is the score. Waldorf with the lead. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. 0-2. Eddie Henchak, transfer kid from Emporia State, playing for the Broncos here for the 2025 season. Next pitch is going to be way up high. It goes right on by the catcher, Isaiah Martin. One ball and 2 strikes here. In the only other game in the Great Plains Athletic Conference today, Mount Marty playing a doubleheader at Doane. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's on the way. It's going to be down low for a ball on the big guy. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Eddie Henchek. By far the tallest player on the baseball team. 2-2 is the count. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Eddie Henchek. Elijah Merritt would be next here for Hastings. There's a bouncing ball on the left side, grabbed by the third baseman. He throws it over across the diamond. That's going to be in time. The throw was low by Rendoni, but it was grabbed off of the carpet there by Wetumpka as Henchek is going to be thrown out on the play. Elijah Merritt coming to the plate next. Merritt had a double and a triple and a single so far in this ball game. His triple back during the 5th inning fell right at the base of the wall at 370-some feet away. As it's fouled away on the first base side. So we're down to our last out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 8-7 is the score. Waldorf has got the lead over the Broncos. Merritt is at the plate. He's the number 5 guy in the batting order. Fouls away the next pitch, and now Merritt is behind the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Tristan Martinez would be next. First half of the doubleheader here this afternoon at Duncan Field. No balls and 2 strikes to Elijah Merritt. Next pitch is swung on and missed, and Waldorf wins the game 8-7. Merritt strikes out to end the ball game for Hastings here in the 8th as the Broncos go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Final score, it was Waldorf 8, Hastings 7. Back with the final totals after this. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years, becoming more than just another bar and grill. It's a Hastings institution. Don't miss Wing Night every Wednesday, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for roasted chicken. Fridays, enjoy the prime rib and seafood buffet. Then savor Bullseye's world-famous prime rib on Saturday. On Sundays, indulge in the brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For over a quarter century, Bullseye's has been the go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Visit Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd and Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammered deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone.
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
We are Extreme Sports.
All right, back here at Duncan Field as Waldorf wins the first half of the doubleheader today over Hastings. Final score of 8-7. Waldorf with 8 runs, 12 hits. They commit 6 errors in the ball game. Hastings with 7 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. But the Broncos dropped one here this afternoon. Marcus Miller was the starting pitcher for Hastings. He went the first 6 innings, gave up 9 hits and 5 runs. Caden Holm came on through an inning. He gave up a 1 hit and 2 runs, and Jaden Juergensmeyer, 1 inning pitched. He gave up 2 hits and 1 run for the Broncos. A hitting star for the Broncos in the first game, Elijah Merritt. He was 3 for 5 at the plate. a run scored and an RBI. Ronnie Crosley, he had 2 base hits and 3 trips to the plate with a run scored and an RBI. 3 pitchers also threw for Waldorf in the game today. Ben Dornsief, he was the starter. He went 5 1/3, gave up 6 hits and 4 runs. Brendan Hansen came on, had a tough go of things. He gave up 2 runs, walked a couple of guys. Chase Becker through the final 2 2/3 innings. He'll be credited with a win today. He gave up 1 hit and a run, struck out 2 and walked 1. But Waldorf wins it with a run in the top of the 8th inning. And they hold the Broncos at bay as the Broncos went down in order in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Hastings drops this one by a score of 8-7. Hastings drops to 3-13 in the season. Now 1-2 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Waldorf improves to 6-12. They're now 2-1 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. We've got the second game coming up for you in about 20 to 25 minutes from right now. So we'll step away. We'll be back to Duncan in just a little bit with game number 2. Again, in the first ball game, it was Waldorf winning over Hastings, the final score of 8-7. You're listening to Hastings College Baseball on Extreme Sports.
You've been listening to Hastings College Baseball. Stay tuned. The second half of the doubleheader is coming up soon on your exclusive voice for Bronco Sports, Extreme Sports.
A 3 seed that I'm not all that high on, that I think gets bounced in the second round, and it's sort of it can be, especially the 3 seeds you might have to tread a little more cautiously in, because we have seen 14 seeds win every so often. There's been 23 or 4 of them, whereas you feel pretty good if you at least bet the 2 seed. I know there's your Kentucky St. Peter's that happen every so often.